All right. I am back waiting for a few of you to rejoin. I had to go and switch my laundry over. I forgot that I didn't. So while I'm waiting, I'm gonna share this. I just came across this on this app on my phone, and it is crazy. It is not domestic violence, but it's worth talking about. So the Texas teen, 18, breaks into nursery and tries to strangle babies. This is Houston, Texas news. Says Texas teen, 18, breaks into hospital nursery and tries to strangle babies. An 18-year-old man who accompanied his pregnant girlfriend to the hospital ended up strangling newborns at the nursery. The bizarre incident took place at the Odessa Regional Medical Center Monday evening when Marcus McGowan Jr. broke into the nursery after attacking staff. He stole a newborn from their mom and brought them to the lactation room where he strangled the baby before nurses intervened. The baby's face changed the baby's face color changed from the lack of oxygen, but was expected to survive. McCowan then grabbed a baby girl by the neck and began shaking her, yelling, "Die." A respiratory therapist kept the child from falling when McCowan proceeded to throw her to the floor. Thank God for quick reactions. Security officers arrived and subdued him. Nurses said that the assailant acted, quote, odd and unreasonable, unquote, and made unintelligible statements amid the chaos. McCowan was charged with assault, criminal trespassing, and possession of a controlled substance, among a slew of other offenses. His bond was set at $228,000. Like, who does that? Oh, dope fiends. Yeah, Elizabeth, what the what? I did not know that, but thank God for telling me that. Not that I'll ever be having another baby, but geez, I probably warned some people, hey, look, don't have your baby in Texas. Okay. So safety planning for pregnancy. And before it does sound low for somebody that just nutted up and attacked a bunch of babies in a nursery. But hey, we already know how that goes. All right, before I get to the safety planning, there's another feature that I wanted to show because I was actually in the process of trying to dig up information state by state to be able to post so that people can have it. But right here, if you go straight from the main page, once you type in the hotline.org, just scroll down and you'll see where it says local resources. And you'll click on that and it'll ask you for some information. Let's say California, uh, San Diego, and what services you need. Do you need food? Do you need emergency financial assistance, domestic violence prevention counseling, and special um, populations? We'll say elderly. Hit search, and you will get a list of resources that you can call for what you need. So you see, this is a pretty good list of information coming up here. And I like that because this is city by city, state by state, wherever you are, you can look and see what kind of help is available to you. Let's pick a small town. I'll say Selma, Alabama. Health services, domestic violence, children's counseling, and child care for domestic violence. All right, here we go. Here we go. One result, but it's a result. So That is on the very first page of um, the hotline.org. Just scroll on down until you see this section and click local resources to get information on help that is available to you in your area. So now back to safety planning. Okay, hold on. Let me search it because I really don't remember exactly how I got to it last time. Here we go. Safety planning during pregnancies. And I just typed that in and searched it. So if you need this resource and you cannot remember how to get to it, just go to the hotline.org and in the search bar, type pregnant or pregnancy and you'll see it. Scroll down a little bit and you'll see it. Safety planning during pregnancy. Pregnancy is a period of change marked by extreme emotions, and both positive and negative, that often comes with an added need for support from those around you. It's natural to depend on emotional support from a partner during this time, as well as financial assistance if necessary, to help prepare for the baby and more. If your partner is emotionally or physically abusive, these months of transition can be particularly difficult and dangerous. Abuse can begin or escalate during pregnancy, making it all the more essential to create a safety plan. What I saw in some of the domestic violence facts that I was looking at is that pregnancy is the second most dangerous time to someone who is in a violent relationship. The most dangerous time is when you're leaving and just after you leave. Pregnancy, here it is right here. Pregnancy is the second most dangerous time in an abusive relationship. If you concerned if you're concerned for your safety, please reach out to an advocate or build a safety plan. That's something we're going to end up doing another day. We're just going to go through and do a plan as if we are really trying to um, set up a safety plan and see what this website has to offer. Seeking help while pregnant. Doctor's visits can be an opportunity to discuss your situation. If you've decided to leave your relationship, a healthcare provider can become an active participant in your plan to leave. If your partner goes to doctor's appointments with you, try to find a moment when you're out of the room to ask your care provider or even the front desk receptionist to help you by providing an excuse for them to talk to you one on one. All right, Elizabeth says the 2 weeks before and after leaving are statistically the most dangerous. Thank you for sharing that fact. If possible, find a prenatal class that limits its attendance to those giving birth. This can be a comfortable atmosphere for discussing pregnancy concerns or allow you to speak to the class instructor one on one. There's always a heightened risk during violent situations when you're pregnant. If you live in a home with stairs, try to spend your time on the first floor to avoid potential harm. I mentioned that about trying to get to the first floor if you live up in a two-story place. There's always a heightened risk during violent situations when you're pregnant. First floor. If violence becomes unavoidable and you're unable to escape, assuming the fetal position and covering your stomach with your arms can help protect you or and your pregnancy. So that was a relatively short section, but as much information as was given in the first part of the safety planning, most of that is going to apply to this too. So there's really not a whole lot more that they could have added here because pretty much everything from just your standard domestic violence situation is going to pull right over to this, the fears, the need to plan, the how to inform your kids, keyword using code words. You need to get out of the house and go where I told you to go, or you know what I'm saying. So it all pulls over, and then that little extra right there. So that is safety planning for when you're pregnant. I think what we'll do is the next time I'm on, we'll do the safety plan. We'll just walk through that. And that way, if you ever need to tell someone, or if you yourself need to know how to do it, at least you'll be able to walk someone through it, or you'll be able to at least have a beginning understanding of how it works on this website. This website is just a treasure trove for victims of domestic violence. And I really want to kind of just go around passing out QR codes. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, hit this QR code with your smartphone, just so you can know that there's something out there, there's help out there, posting flyers or something for it. Because a lot of people don't know. They don't know. I never knew that this website existed. And it's been around long enough that it would have been there all the way back to when I was in that relationship in Dallas. There was a resource there, but I had no clue. So, guys, what I want you to do, you don't have to share my video in particular, but on your social media for this month, please share the hotline.org. Share it as many times as you possibly can. Put it on your Twitter, your Facebook, your Instagram. Put it on your TikTok or whatever, Snapchat, whatever you use. Because just like I didn't know, and I'm the type of person that sits there and Googles all kinds of stuff, I'm constantly trying to read something, learn something, find out something, and I didn't have a clue that this website existed. All right, I think that, let's see, maybe give some examples of what to put in a go bag in the next. People are so stressed in that situation, they may not know what to have ready. I think that's probably going to be a part of the safety plan, is they're going to give you ideas for what to have in a go bag. But the same way, when we get ready to go to the hospital and have our baby, we got our go bag ready, and it's got our nightgowns, it's got our whatever little onesies for the baby, blankets, all that cutesy stuff, and whatever you need, your hygienes and stuff. When you get a go bag, you want to make sure that you have your essentials in there for you, for your children, or whoever else is leaving with you. You need to have birth certificates. You need to have social security cards. You need to have insurance information, health insurance or life insurance or whatever insurance papers that you have that you need. I would put a spare set of keys. If I have a car, put a spare set of keys, because one thing that some abusers do is they'll take your keys. They'll hide your keys, and then you can't leave because you don't know where your keys are. Put a spare car key in there. Important phone numbers. Make a list of all your important phone numbers that you absolutely need. Your doctors, your immediate family, or whoever, your friend that is your number one support. Information that you gathered on shelters or things like that, resources that are available to you. Make sure you have that in your go bag. That way you're not out there trying to figure out where help is. You've already put it there, so you know that once you get away, you can pick up the phone and start making phone calls. Put a Go phone in there. Walmart sells them sometimes for $10. You can get. I know back in the day you could get a little Verizon flip phone for $10, and it came with $10 worth of time on it. You could activate it instantly. You didn't have to pay anything extra if you didn't put more money on there. You still retained your phone number for however long. Put you one of those little Go phones in there. I'll come up with some more by the time we go over the safety plan. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there um, since Elizabeth mentioned it. Well, I just wanted to show you the safety planning while pregnant. Next time we will go over the build a safety plan, and we'll see what that has to offer on the interactive side. Like I said, so you can be familiar with it if you need it, or if you need to walk someone else through it. I am going to get out of here for the night. The babies, my G babies, are with their other granny for the weekend. So tomorrow, as soon as I get up and get my, brush my face and wash my teeth and all that kind of stuff like that, I'm probably just going to hop online and just go with it because I have some stories backed up that I wanted to share with you guys. It is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, so the days that I missed of presenting those stories, because I have a whole list of them. I have 31 things itemized and listed that I wanted to go through for Domestic Violence Month, and we're going to knock out some of those that I missed in the last couple of days when I wasn't feeling well, and we're just going to hang out. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Good night.